The discussion around the situation in Portland, Oregon, has been rife with speculation, blame, and suggestions for solutions. Its residents observe firsthand the city's struggles for the last 15 years. Portland's current state suggests it is grappling with significant challenges, yet we can only hope for its revival, acknowledging that a substantial progress may be required, close to a decade of concerted effort. This video delves into several critical issues that contribute to Portland's decline. Each issue, while possibly interconnected with others, merits individual attention. While opinions may vary on the significance and the proposed fixes for these problems, engaging in this conversation is vital. Furthermore, let's hear your thoughts on whether there's another city you'd like to see analyzed in a similar fashion. Starting with rising rent prices, Portland experienced unchecked increases in housing costs for the last 10 years due to the absence of rent control measures. This situation led to rental prices soaring to levels many deemed unaffordable, impacting most residents except, perhaps, landlords. The introduction of new regulations has started to address this issue, though the effects will likely take time to fully materialize. Previously, landlords could raise rents at will once leases expired, a practice that was blamed on various factors, including an influx of residents from California. However, the root cause was more closely tied to the lack of regulatory frameworks. Today, legal challenges against companies accused of rent price manipulation suggest steps toward rectification. But the journey toward affordable housing remains arduous. The homeless crisis in Portland has been a growing concern over the years, becoming more visible and pressing. This crisis is characterized by a significant number of individuals lacking permanent housing, leading to the creation of tent encampments across the city, particularly in downtown areas and neighborhood streets. Various factors contribute to this issue, including economic disparities, mental health issues, substance abuse problems, and a shortage of affordable housing. Portland, like many other West Coast cities, faces unique challenges related to homelessness due to its high cost of living and limited housing stock. The crisis has been exacerbated by the economic fallout from the pandemic, which resulted in job losses and increased financial insecurity for many residents. Efforts to address homelessness in Portland have included a mix of emergency shelters, affordable housing initiatives, support services aimed at mental health and addiction, and programs intended to provide transitional housing. However, the visibility of homeless encampments and the associated public health and safety concerns have sparked debate among city residents, businesses, and policymakers about the best approaches to address the crisis effectively. For years, Portland has faced one of the highest rates of substance use disorder in the nation, as revealed by federal surveys. The city has been grappling with the opioid crisis for nearly 30 years, and the use of methamphetamine, traditionally the most lethal drug in Oregon, continues unabated. Additionally, Portland remains one of the cities with the least availability of treatment services, as reported by surveys from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The situation has dramatically worsened with the emergence of fentanyl, a highly addictive and inexpensive synthetic opioid. The number of drug overdose deaths in Oregon has reached an all-time high. According to the health authorities, an average of 5 individuals die each day from accidental drug overdoses. Another pressing concern is the surge in violent crime. A decade ago, Portland's crime rates were commendably below the national average, a rarity for a city of its size. However, a significant uptick in violence over the past few years has drastically altered this landscape. By 2023, The violent crime rate had jumped to 39% above the national average, with overall and property crimes also seeing substantial increases. This shift demands a strategic response, particularly in neighborhoods where crime rates have spiked. Contrary to some beliefs, Portland has not reduced police funding, but rather reallocated resources to enhance officer training for mental health crises. Effective policing and community engagement are essential, yet they necessitate funding, hinting at the need for either increased taxes or reallocated budgets. As we venture further into the intricacies of Portland's challenges, it's clear that the path to recovery is complex. Each issue presents its own set of hurdles and potential solutions, requiring a multifaceted approach and community-wide engagement. The hope for Portland's resurgence is palpable, grounded in a willingness to confront these issues head-on and work collaboratively towards a brighter future for the Rose City. In the metropolitan area of Portland, there's an acute awareness of the housing crisis, with estimates suggesting that the region is in dire need of approximately 120,000 additional housing units. This figure, often perceived as exaggerated, aims to forecast future requirements. However, the current immediate need is identified to be around 30,000 units, spanning across apartments, condos, and houses. The shortfall in housing has had a significant impact, driving up rent and home prices. Normally, a healthy competition among landlords and homeowners could potentially lower costs. Yet, the enduring housing shortage, a problem persisted for roughly a decade, worsening the situation. This issue is not isolated, but interlinked with a myriad of other urban challenges, weaving a complex web of difficulties, affecting the city's livability and functionality. Among the noticeable impacts is the transformation of Portland's downtown area. Once celebrated for its walkability, allowing residents and visitors alike to easily explore, dine, and enjoy entertainment without the need for vehicular transport, it has seen a decline. A significant rise in crime rates and other urban problems has diminished the comfort and appeal of walking in the area. The once vibrant atmosphere that encouraged strolling to various destinations has been replaced by a cautiousness, with many now preferring to use cars or ride-sharing services for their outings. Additionally, the city's mass transit system, specifically the MAX and TriMet services, has not fully recovered from the downturn caused by the pandemic. Ridership plummeted during the health crisis and, unlike some urban areas, has struggled to rebound. This decline in public transport use has coincided with an increase in individuals driving to downtown, despite a notable shift towards remote work. One might expect a decrease in vehicular traffic, especially during peak commute hours, given the rise in telecommuting. Contrary to expectations, traffic congestion has worsened, reflecting a complex interplay of changing work patterns, transportation choices, and urban planning challenges. These developments signal a multifaceted crisis in Portland, where the housing shortage acts as a catalyst for a range of other urban issues. From the erosion of downtown Portland's lively character to the strain on its mass transit system, the city faces a critical juncture in addressing these intertwined challenges to restore its livability and ensure a sustainable future for its residents. Portland's struggle with rush hour congestion is becoming increasingly palpable, a situation aggravated by a decline in public transportation usage. The reluctance to embrace the train system significantly contributes to this growing problem. This transportation dilemma is just one aspect of a larger issue that encompasses the city's renowned idiosyncrasy, which has evolved from being a charming characteristic to a contentious symbol. Originally, Portland's unique charm was attributed to its vibrant community of artists, musicians, and young downtown dwellers, giving rise to the popular slogan, "Keep Portland Weird." However, this slogan has taken on a new, less positive connotation as it increasingly references the visible mental health crises among the homeless population on the city streets. This shift in perception is further complicated by the broader political discourse in the United States, where Portland's eccentricities are now often highlighted as indicators of a failed state rather than celebrated aspects of its unique culture. Another pressing issue is the cleanliness of downtown Portland. Once praised for its pristine streets, the city center has seen a noticeable decline in sanitation. Various factors contribute to this downturn, including the city's prioritization of more pressing concerns over street cleanliness. The accumulation of trash and graffiti, once rare sights, have become all too common, reflecting a broader neglect. Interestingly, the responsibility for cleaning seems to have unofficially shifted to local business and property owners, particularly noticeable in areas like Pioneer Square, known for its iconic bronze wildlife sculptures and fountains. These public artworks, once a source of local pride, have been marred by litter, transforming these communal spaces into de facto waste bins, a sight that both saddens and frustrates observers. The vibrancy of downtown Portland at night has also diminished. The nightlife, once bustling with activity as people frequented bars, clubs, cinemas, and concerts, has suffered due to the closure of many establishments that once served as the neighborhood's lifeblood. This decline in nighttime economy and culture has left the downtown area feeling desolate after dark, a stark contrast to its former self. Harvey's, one of the best comedy clubs on the West Coast, recently closed its doors, and while the pandemic played a significant role in this outcome, it seems it was merely the final blow to an already deteriorating situation. The neighborhood surrounding Harvey's has seen better days. Once a vibrant area, it now leaves much to be desired. Civic pride in Portland, once a defining characteristic of the city's residents, appears to have faded. There was a time when being from Portland was a badge of honor, contrasting sharply with the current climate, where people seem to shy away from their association with the city. The exodus of hipsters and the changing cultural landscape signal a shift in Portland's identity, moving away from its previously celebrated uniqueness. And here's the Portland's most pressing issue, the homelessness crisis. Homeless encampments on sidewalks have become a pervasive sight, negatively impacting local businesses and the city's overall aesthetic. Efforts to address the situation have begun, with the city attempting to clean up these encampments and establish safe camping areas. But the damage to Portland's reputation and cleanliness has been significant. A substantial support is needed for the homeless population to help them get off the streets and rebuild their lives, emphasizing the need for compassion and practical solutions. An improvement is needed in the city's conditions and the return of civic pride, suggesting that resolving the homelessness issue could catalyze a broader recovery for Portland. In wrapping up, the video is presented as an informative piece, encouraging viewers to take away something positive from the discussion and to treat each other with kindness, underscoring the importance of community and mutual support in overcoming the city's challenges. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel